Good evening, sir. My name is Nur Nabiha binti Abdullah. So today I'll be presenting about socio-cultural development in schools. So before we go further, here is something for us to ponder, which is, have you ever wondered how culture, language, and societal norms shape the way students learn and interact in school? All right. So basically, social-cultural diversity in schools directly influences many things, which are teaching methods, student relationships, and overall educational experiences. So here, teachers play an important role, and teacher must adapt their instructional approaches to accommodate different linguistic and cultural backgrounds, ensuring that all students receive equitable education. In addition to that, students also come from diverse backgrounds, can interact and form relationships, which shape their social development and sense of belonging in the school community. So, the overall learning environment is enriched when schools embrace diversity through inclusive curricula, policies, and activities. All right. So here are the main discussion for today, which are what are the factors affecting socio-cultural diversity in schools? Number two, what are the issues of inequality due to socio-cultural diversity? And the last one is the role of teachers as agents of socialization. Okay. So, before we go into the factors affecting socio-cultural diversity in school, we need to know what is socio-cultural diversity itself. So, socio-cultural diversity refers to the presence of multiple ethnic, linguistic, religious, and cultural backgrounds within a school environment. So, schools serve as microcosm of society, reflecting a nation's broader social fabric. Okay, so this is the first factor, which is race and ethnicity. So students from different racial backgrounds could bring unique perspectives, traditions, and values to the learning environment. For example, in Malaysia, national schools consist of Malaysia, Chinese, and Indian students, each with distinct cultural backgrounds. So the challenge here is racial stereotypes may affect peer relationships and opportunities. So the solution that could be implemented here is implementing cross-cultural activities such as cultural appreciation days to promote inclusivity. The second factor is language. So, language diversity can create barriers in communication and academic performance, especially for students whose first language differs from the medium of instruction. For example, in Malaysian schools, some students from rural areas may struggle with English or Malay as their primary mode of learning. So the challenge, language barriers may lead to lower participation and academic achievement. So the solution here is schools provide additional language support programs for peer tutoring. Okay. The third factor is social structure. Okay, so socio-economic status plays a crucial role in determining a student's access to quality education and resources. For example, students from lower income families may lack access to digital devices, limiting their ability to engage in online learning. So wealthier students often have additional tutoring, while lower income students rely solely on school education. So the solution that could be taken here is government initiative such as the Cerdik initiative, which provides free laptops to underprivileged students. Okay. The fourth factor that affects social cultural diversity in schools is religion itself. So, religious diversity influences school policies, student interactions, and also personal belief. For example, Malaysian schools accommodate prayer rooms and flexible schedule for religious observances. The challenge here is balancing religious practices with academic expectation. The solution that could be taken here is schools foster religious tolerance through open dialogues and multicultural events. Okay, here is the last factors that affect socio-cultural diversity in school, which is beliefs, customs, and also culture. So cultural backgrounds could shape student behavior, learning styles, and career aspirations. For example, some communities emphasize gender roles, influencing subject choices. For example, boys in STEMs and girls in humanities. So the challenge here is cultural norms may limit student aspiration and self-confidence itself. So the solution here is career counselor to break gender stereotype and encourage students to pursue their passion. Okay, the second discussion is about issues of inequality due to socio-cultural diversity. So we have language barrier, teachers' treatment, gender and race disparities, academic achievement gap, and the last, okay, all right. So the first one is language barrier. So for language barrier, students from non-dominant language backgrounds often struggle with comprehension, leading to lower academic performance. For example, Orang Asli students facing difficulties in Bahasa Malaysia due to their indigenous dialects. So the solution that could be integrated here is bilingual education program could be fostered to assist minority language speakers. Okay. The second issues is teachers' treatment. So teachers may unconsciously favor students who share their cultural or linguistic background. For example, a study in urban Malaysian schools found that students who speak fluent English receive more positive feedback. So teacher training programs focus on cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. So, meaning to say here is training program could be integrated for the teachers to provide more awareness for the teacher to focus on cultural sensitivity and inclusivity. Okay, the third issues here is gender and race disparities. So, gender stereotypes may limit opportunities for students based on societal expectation. For example, in some rural schools, boys are encouraged to take technical courses while girls are advised to pursue humanities. So, the solution here is government initiative promoting girls' participation in STEM fields as well. So STEM is not only limited for boys, so girls could also take STEM subject. Okay, and the last one is academic achievement gap. For example, socio-economic status could influence student success, with wealthier students accessing better educational resources. For example, private school students often outperform public school students due to access to additional learning materials. So the solution programs such as Zero Dropout Program offering free tutoring to underprivileged students. Okay. All right, the third issue here is the role of teachers as agents of socialization. So the first one is personal level, modeling inclusivity. So teachers play a vital role in shaping students' interaction and behavior. For example, teachers could implement a buddy system to support new students in adapting to school culture, or we call it mentor-mentee program. Okay. Second one is professional level, inclusive teaching methods. So, differentiated instruction ensures students from diverse backgrounds receive equitable learning environment. For example, project-based learning could encourage students to collaborate across different cultural backgrounds. Okay, and the third one is about practices and behavior. So, encouraging cultural awareness. This one is school responsible to celebrate cultural diversity through events and discussion. So the school and administrators could organize cultural exchange week where students share their traditions and heritage. Okay. The role of teachers as agent of socialization is, we can see in terms of communication skills. So effective communication from the teachers could fosters understanding and collaboration among students from diverse background. So teachers plays an important role in this sense. Encouraging open dialogue helps. So teachers can encourage open dialogue helps, prevent misunderstandings, and promote inclusivity and strengthen relationships among the students and also the teachers as well. For example, teachers who encourage discussion about cultural diversity helps students develop empathy and respect for different perspective. Okay. Okay, so in terms of critical thinking could allow students and educators to challenge biases, question stereotypes, and analyze societal norms objectively. So by promoting critical thinking, so this can also indirectly promote problem solving skills that are essential in creating fair and inclusive learning environment. For example, a teacher could use real life case studies on discrimination, which can help students to develop awareness and think critically about the solution itself. Okay. And the last role of teachers here is in terms of leadership. So the teachers could foster positive school environment. Okay, so strong leadership is essential in promoting equality and fostering a culture of inclusivity within schools. So teachers and school administrators must take initiative to implement policies that address socio-cultural challenges. For example, a school leader introducing multicultural programs or anti-bullying campaigns could create a more inclusive environment. So teachers could actively work to eliminate discrimination and encourage unity. For example, anti-bullying campaign could be done to address racial and cultural biases. Okay. So the summary for today's presentation and discussion is socio-cultural diversity in schools shape teaching methods, student interactions, and overall educational experiences, while challenges such as barriers, inequality, and cultural misunderstanding exist. They can be addressed through inclusive policies, effective communication, and critical thinking. So here, teachers plays a vital role as leaders in fostering an inclusive and supportive learning environment. By embracing diversity, promoting open dialogue, and encouraging respect among students, we can create a school culture where everyone feels valued and empowered to succeed. So let's work together to celebrate diversity and build a more inclusive future for education. So I guess that is all from me. Thank you.